Feel free to ask any questions that you have as we go along. I will mute you all just to start with, but feel free to unmute yourself. Today we're going to kind of be reviewing Tom Ferry's prospecting plan. And, there are so many different ways of going about the business of prospecting. In my mind, if you do not have so many people or so many leads or so many whatever it is, the majority of your day should be spent prospecting, because that is the only way that you're going to get more business, right? By reaching out to people and having conversations with people about real estate, right? That's how we get people to decide to buy something, to sell something, to work with us, to rent something, or to work with us on renting a place that they have. So again, I think this is a really kind of dialed down version of a prospecting plan. And it makes it so simple, right? There's only 4 things that you need to do every day to kind of complete your prospecting. And again, a really great way of thinking about it. So I think this is a great quote, right? And Tom Ferry said this: don't ask for things to get better, you get better, right? Your job is to make things better, right? We can't wait for the market. We can't wait for leads to come in. We can't wait for, whatever it is. We have to work, because everyone has their own real estate business, right? And you need to work to improve your business. That is your number one job. And one of the ways that we do that is by getting customers to work with. And the easiest way to do that is by prospecting. So again, just as a reminder, there are really 3 main ways. And I'm going to keep hitting home on this because I think this really dumbs down our business and makes it so simple, right? As a real estate business, right? Each of you has your own real estate business. There are 3 ways to get customers for that business. Number 1 is referrals, right? And those can come from a variety of different places, friends, family, past clients, consumers, whatever it is. We can buy leads, and there are a number of ways of buying leads: through Zillow, through Redfin, directly paying and saying, here, I'm going to pay you, $1,000 a month, and I'm going to get leads from you, right? There are tons of sources of this. And if that's something you want to do, talk to me about it. We can figure out ways where you can buy leads, or you can kind of buy them by giving out a referral fee. And again, we can get those from other Weichert agents. We can get those from StreetEasy, from OpCity, from OJO Network. There are tons of different ways through, Lead Network and stuff like that. There are tons of places that you can buy leads, either with an upfront cash payment or with paying a referral at the closing. And the third way we can do it is by prospecting, right? By getting more people into our sphere of influence, by getting more people that we're talking to, that we're in front of. And again, that's what we're going to be talking about today, right? A plan to prospect, to find people. And to me, the best thing about prospecting is that you don't have to pay a referral fee when you actually walk away with the customer. So again, what the plan is again, I think super duper simple, right? Every day you need to do the following things. You need to talk to 5 people that you know, like, and trust, right? 5 people. Talk to them, right? That's not saying call 5 people. You need to have a conversation with 5 people. And again, we'll get into kind of the nitty gritty and the details of these 4 things that you need to do. You need to talk to 5 new people every day, right? That's not someone you know. That's not a lead or anything like that. Those are new people that are getting into your database and that you're putting into the My Weichert system to be able to follow up with down the road, right? That's having conversations with 5 people, right? And talking to them about real estate and business. We need to make 4 lead follow-up calls. And what that is, again, we'll get into the nitty gritty, but that's really talking to people who expressed an interest some point in the past of buying, selling, or renting real estate. People that you met at open houses, people that you met through a lead that came in on a listing that you had, right? People that you should be following up with, because not everyone buys something the first go around. And you should be making 2 social media posts or videos that you are sending out every day, right? So basically, again, every day there are 4 things that you need to do in order to actually follow this plan. Talk to 5 people that you know, like, and trust. Talk to 5 new people. Follow up with 4 leads that you have, and post twice on social media, or post a video twice on social media, whatever it is. And again, very simple, right? This is not rocket science. This isn't going to take you your entire day. But what this is saying is that every single day you need to do these things in order to continue to build your business. Okay, so the first is the easiest, right? You need to make 5 calls to people that you know, right? People you know, like, and trust. These are people who could, again, be, friends from past jobs. These could be friends from school. These could be friends from New York City, friends from a past life that you have. These can be family members, right? These can be, whoever it is, but people that know you, like you, and trust you, that you know, like, and trust, and they're going to help you expand your business. Most people, and again, because in New York City, I think it's almost 80% of people rent apartments, right? Because of that, people are always thinking, and again, maybe if they just found something, they're not thinking for a couple months, but people are always thinking of, where am I going next, right? People want to know what's going on with the market. And so you need to make sure that you have some idea of what's going on with the market. And that's kind of a separate thing that you do with some of your time. But be able to talk to them about what's going on with interest rates, what's going on with rental properties, what's going on with sale properties, right? What's going on with what's on the market, right? Can you put in offers? Is everything going above asking price? What is going on there? And these people want you to be successful, right? And what you need to do is ask for help, right? Ask for referrals. Hey Jane, it's Jason here with Weicker. Hope you're doing well. Just want to give you a quick call and see how things are going, right? Just check in. What's going on with you? How's the family? How's the apartment, right? How's that apartment treating you? Great. Oh, the market's great, right? People are always going to ask you about what you do and kind of ask you about what you know about what's going on with the market. And so this is an easy way. So when when you're starting your hour of prospecting, or however long it takes you to get to these calls, is just to reach out to them. And again, based on your network, right? Maybe most of your friends have kids who are in school, so they're free during the day. Maybe most of your friends work a 9 to 5, so they're free in the afternoon, right? Tailor your time to the people that you're calling, right? Maybe you call people at lunchtime, right? Again, no matter who you need to call, you can figure out a time that works for you and works for the people that you know, so that you can get in touch with them, right? And again, this is not a hard sell at all. This is just letting people know what's going on with the market and kind of connecting with people that you know. So again, I say start with the easiest, because these are people that are going to be very positive, very easy phone calls to make. Now, what's the next one, right? 5 new people every day, right? These are not people that you know. These are not leads that you have or anyone that you've talked to yet, right? This is outbound, outward cold call, right? 5 people a day is very simple, right? And given our kind of rubrics and things like that, you can probably talk to 5 people in about an hour every day with this, right? Again, to get to these people, it probably takes you about, to talk to 5 people for 5 or 10 minutes. Again, that takes you maybe half an hour. To talk to 5 people, new people, it's probably going to take you about an hour, right? So what you want to do is make calls to people that you don't know every day. And why are you calling people, right? And again, you can go into, the prospecting, you can go into whatever this is, but have some information that you can share with them, right? You can do circle dialing, right? Let's say you have a listing, right? Marty recently had his listing up in Inwood, right? Were you calling the neighbors and letting them know about the listing, or letting them know about the open houses you had, right? If you didn't, you did yourself a disservice, because that's a super simple way, right? Again, you can invite people to open houses that you are hosting, right? Or again, if you don't have an open house that you're hosting, find one to sit, or find, someone that will let you. Again, any of my listings, you guys are welcome to sit and do open houses at. And then what you need to do is call people and invite them to the open house. Tell them about what's on the market in their neighborhood. Tell them about what's in contract, what's coming to market, right? Let's say you have a listing coming up. The best thing you can do is let people know in advance, hey, I'm going to be doing some sneak previews of the property, right? Again, what just rented, right? Maybe you decide you want to target rental buildings and try to get them to buy, and tell them, hey, have you thought about the fact, and again, we did this last week, that you can pay the exact same amount you're paying every month in rent and purchase something, right? Isn't that a great thing for you? Let's talk about the market. Let's talk about how you can, make it work for you. Or again, if you're calling sellers, maybe you say, hey, I have a buyer looking in your neighborhood. Have you thought about selling, right? Again, you're providing them service because you are giving them the fact that you have a buyer who's looking to sell. You're not trying to get their listing. You're not doing anything like that. And again, maybe you call for sale by owners and talk to them about what's going on with the market. Maybe you call, expired listings, right? Those are new people that you're reaching out to. So again, there's so many different things you can do with these 5 new people, but you need to talk to 5 new people, right? If you leave a message, it doesn't count, right? This is actually having a phone conversation for a couple minutes with someone about what's going on. And you can see if there's someone that you can add to your database or be of service to, maybe help find something, right? But you need to be out there talking to new people every day. Maybe it's, going to 5 stores in the neighborhood and talking to the guy at the deli, the guy at the bodega, the guy at the bank, whatever it is, Can you just buzz on the button on the right, and letting them know again what's going on, what's happening with the market, right? These are real estate conversations that you're having with 5 new people every day. So the next one is lead follow-up, right? So you want to follow up with at least 4 leads, and again, have a real estate conversation with at least 4 leads every day, right? These are not people you have met, or maybe you have met, right? But you're not actively working with. And you can check in to see how their search is going, and to continue to ask them what they're looking for, right? Maybe these are people who came to open houses of yours, a year ago, right? Who knows? Maybe these are people who you met over the course of your business. You help them try to rent something they didn't rent from you, right? You can still follow up with them because probably within a year they're going to be moving. Again, if you don't have leads, then you need to make Weichert Lead Network or Weichert Rental Network calls. If you're not on Weichert Lead Network, Weichert Rental Network, and able to make those call session calls, let me know. We can get you on there. Again, the statistics that Tom Ferry talked about, was that with leads, about 35% are converted in the first 90 days, right? So let's say you had a listing and you got 10 calls on it, right? So on average, 3.5, let's say 4 of them are going to buy something within the first 90 days, right? And hopefully you followed up with them. They want to work with you, right? You converted them and stuff like that. But where the real money is in our business are the people who actually actively continue to follow up with people past the first 90 days, right? 65% of people who go to see apartments actually end up doing a transaction within 6 to 9 months. So think to yourself, right? Of everyone that you met over the last 6 to 9 months, have you followed up with them, and are you continuing to follow up with them? Marty's shaking his head. No, right? Probably again. I'm guilty of the same thing, right? But you have these amazing leads, right? All these people that contacted you, right? Be it from a StreetEasy listing for rent, a StreetEasy listing for sale, Zillow leads, people who reach out to you, right? Follow up with them, right? Keep seeing where they're going. And if they don't answer, one day, you call them back the next day, right? And you keep following up with them until they say, hey, you know what? I bought something. Great. You put them into someone who's bought something, and you follow up with them down the road, because people are going to move. And again, there are so many reasons that people move, either, again, changing job, again, it's all the D's, right? Divorce, diamond, with marriage, death, all these things. So think about this, right? And think of, again, all you're doing is over the course of a day, we've talked to now 14 people, right? If you talk to 14 people a day, and again, I can promise you, this is probably going to take you less than 2 hours to do every day, you're going to have a lot of clients, right? And then you don't need to do this as much, right? You should continue to do this to be like extremely successful, but just to bump your business up, can you take 2 hours a day and call 5 people, call 5 new people and have a conversation with them, follow up with 4 leads that you have. And again, 2 videos or social media posts, right? Because what is this doing? This is getting out to a broader network, what's going on out there. And again, if you want to get even crazier, I would say, add to this, maybe do one mass email a week, right? Because you're getting out to a broader audience. And in all of these things, right, in these videos, what you want to do is show your business to the world and show your brand to the world, right? And decide, what is your brand, right? Is it dedication and commitment? Is it experience? Is it neighborhood and neighborhood knowledge? Super simple, right? Just pick something. And what you can do is you can even make a video like, hey, I'm walking to the office. That's it. Boom. Because you're telling people what you're doing, and you're reminding them that you work in real estate, right? And that way, your cousin Melvin in Texas who sees your social media post be like, oh my God, my friend's moving to New York. I got to give him to Marty, right? Or, oh my God, I'm thinking about moving. I didn't even remember that Marty's in real estate, right? It's going to just remind people of what you do. One of the biggest things that holds people back from being successful in this business is to strive for perfection, right? And we will never be perfect, right? A video is never going to be perfect. Again, my sister's really good at social media. She's going to help me. Great. Have her help you, but don't not post videos today, right? Do not post videos today because you didn't have that help yet, right? Anything is better than nothing, right? Anything is better than nothing. So start, right? Just start doing these things. So again, we're going to be active. I'm going to stop the video in a moment, and we're going to do this now, right? And let's just see what the results are. So again, I'm going to stop the video. Thank you guys for letting me record.